When we think of sales, we usually think of a zero-sum game. It's a high-pressure world of slick pitches and tactical maneuvers designed for the sole purpose of extracting wealth. Yet, the most enduring manual on the subject is Og Mandino's The Greatest Salesman in the World, a book that has sold over 50 million copies by promising a different path. Open the book and you'll find it contains zero practical advice on closing deals, handling objections, or negotiating price. Mandino ignores the transaction to focus entirely on the person behind the desk, arguing that to change your results, you must first rebuild your character. This idea is illustrated through the story of Hafid, a poor camel boy. To prove he has what it takes, his master sends him to the city of Bethlehem to sell a single high-quality red robe. Hafid fails. For 4 days, he endures constant rejection and biting self-doubt, unable to convince anyone to buy the garment. On his final night, he finds a freezing newborn baby in a mountain cave. Instead of making a sale, Hafid takes his only inventory, the red robe, and gives it away to warm the child. He returns empty-handed, expecting disgrace. But his master, Pathros, sees this act of selfless empathy as the ultimate proof of potential. He rewards Hafid with a chest containing 10 ancient scrolls. The lesson is the foundation for everything that follows. True influence doesn't start with taking, it starts with the capacity to give. The 10 scrolls provide a framework for self-mastery. They suggest that you cannot control a market until you can control your own impulses. The first scroll addresses habits. We replace destructive patterns through positive repetition, reading each scroll 3 times daily for 30 days to rewire reflexive behavior. The sixth scroll applies this to volatile moods. We must use actions to dictate emotions, overriding our feelings. If depressed, you sing. If incompetent, recall past successes. If afraid, plunge ahead anyway. By mastering these internal mechanics, you create a stable foundation that allows you to remain effective regardless of the external chaos of the market. Most people navigate the world with a high degree of skepticism. When you use aggressive, traditional business tactics, you only cause their defensive armor to thicken. The second scroll offers the only countermeasure. Genuine love is the only force capable of melting that skepticism and opening a path to someone's heart. This isn't abstract sentiment, it's a practice, silently greeting everyone you meet with a wish for their well-being. This subtle shift in your internal state projects an energy that breaks down barriers before you even start your pitch. Scrolls 4 and 7 add the final layers. You must lean into your absolute uniqueness rather than imitating others, and maintain perspective by learning to laugh at the world. When combined, these traits make you a high-trust individual. People don't buy because they were outmaneuvered, they buy because they feel understood. However, empathy and self-mastery remain dormant without the spark of physical action. The 9th scroll provides a simple, repeating mantra: I will act now. This serves as a psychological trigger, bypassing the hesitation and procrastination that kill most great ideas. The 3rd scroll adds persistence to that action. It teaches you to view every no and every setback not as a failure, but as a necessary step in the mathematical path toward a yes. This relentless momentum is the only way to bridge the gap between the person you are and the goals you've set for yourself. This philosophy eventually leads to a single realization. The scrolls aren't just for people with a sales quota. They are a guide for human interaction. When a teacher helps a student see the value in science, or a parent convinces a child to adopt a moral code, they are engaged in the same transfer of value that Hafid performed with his red robe. Selling, in its highest form, isn't about manipulation or taking what belongs to someone else. It is the act of mastering yourself so thoroughly that you can consistently offer something of worth to the people around you. The path to getting what you want is to stop trying to extract it from the world.